Hello everybody and welcome back to Doki Literature Club Plus. We are now on the second side story. It's between Yuri and Yuri. It's called Understanding. I feel like these side stories are going to be nothing but just wholesomeness. Just a bunch of wholesomeness. Okay, here we go. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Yuri to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Oh, that music. And of course, Yuri. Da-da-da. 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 Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She very conspicuously mouths to Monica. It's her, it's the girl! It's true, the girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in a classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is a literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail, containing her excitement. It's happening! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. But I'm Monica, and this is Sayori. We run the literature club, even though it's just us so far. But what's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monica. Monica already said that. Sayori, Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Da-da-da. Like books? Da-da-da. Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy's cool. Yes, have you heard of Annabelle Dupont? I don't know if that was French or not, but I'm just gonna say it was. I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. She's freaking adorable. You can borrow my books. I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monica stammers, completely caught off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help. I'd love to. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the clubroom in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my god. I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have, no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monica, do you even, don't you think that you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Yuri. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff, and just focus on spending time with her. I know what that word means, I just can't say it properly because words. Yay, that's exactly what I want to do. Besides, Yuri lowers her voice, I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates that she may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayori, and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. It's probably not that big. It's probably not like a freaking... What was that book from Adventure Time? Frick. Screw it. Anyways. Well, there'll probably be a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are going to be explained in other books, and that take place in the same universe. So I'm going to go over those going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused from the start. Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think like, if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, and then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I hadn't been paying attention to any club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monica. Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens, and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got so nervous and I couldn't even look up. So she just walked out. It took me several days to come here just because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that I was probably irrational. Wait, no, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you like that, that I just walked out. I was actually really hoping that you could come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things at the worst possible words are hard for me. Please. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for other reasons too. Such as there being too many people. Not that I mind much, but I have a really hard time getting to meet a large number of people at once. So, it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Aw, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things as I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kinds of other things are you into? Like, genres? I don't know, just anything. It's not even if it's not literature. Oh, just things you would think are dumb, like knives. That's one thing. Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. How about, I'll tell you something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into. I suppose that would be okay. Okay, well, I'm pretty into, like, crafty things. Like making cute little collages, not colleges, what the frick? Collages or decorating things, like cards or jewelry or boxes. My room is always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends, but then I put it off until the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much, it's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So I have to share something like that I'm into right now? Sayori nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck with me here for now. You're stuck here with me for now. I can't speak. Or read. Speak. Reading to speak. Yes. Am not. Oh yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me any responsibilities. I felt that. Don't give me responsibilities. Yeah, I felt that. Oh, I'm sorry, Sayori. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. I like going out into the woods or to the park. Just places where you can walk and sit, not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously. Autonomously. Not anonymously. Autonomously for a little while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do, if you don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. Are you two going to be starting on that book the next club meeting? That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once Sayori and Monica are left in the club room. Sayori, you're a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still. Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here, with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the new book with her next meeting? I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of the new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Okay. Next day. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. It's club time again. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just gonna be us for today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books, and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was just cute how excited you were. ... Well, still. I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But If you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. These pauses are coming back. It's awkward, but also very... It's something that just makes it better. That makes the experience better. In a way. Well, the thing is, we don't have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it just sounded like something fun that we could do together. Reading your books. Like, as a club activity. Would that be okay, right? There was no would there, it's just that would be okay, right? Yeah. ... Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help with you feel more comfortable here. Sayori pulls her desk against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book. Duskbell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. It's Duskbell by Annabelle. ... Okay, Sayori. Just the most cheerful, like, she's unbelievable cheerful. Sorry, I'm reading now. I'm ready now, not reading. Alright, I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just taking notes. Notes? Yes. That's an effective strategy? Exactly. I'm sure it will be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. ... Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best... Okay. I'm so sorry. My reading capabilities are just not the best. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to make things as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, and she can't hide her smile and a light blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days we've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. No! Sayori rubs her shoulders against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. ... Anyway, okay. That was fucking adorable. Just that entire sequence was adorable. Anyway, would you like to get started? That's not Sayori talking. Okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two of them get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story. Yeah, reading bad. Not just the story itself, is the one that Yuri finds her passion leading towards. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and that stuff. Like the things that, I need a moment. The things I write are just like putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. Huh, so you're into poetry. I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way! Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness, when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we need to get started reading now, if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Okay, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Yuri jots, "Yuri is patient," onto her notes. Why, though? Hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. I'm kinda glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of content. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin reading. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again. What is that? What does vindicated mean? Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Sayori turns the page. Are these the footnotes? A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions had been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present? Where? Right here! They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Bronze is having. What kind of name is that? Anyways. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sayori rubs her temples? Temples? I don't know what that said. I clicked too fast. The two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes, as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from fearing that she'll come across as stupid. Seems like something I would do. At last, Sayori reaches the end of her chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. So what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it. Okay. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and keep doing my best so I can see it in the way that you do. ... The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. But, I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. ... Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Sayori is left alone with her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. Crap. It's my fault. I said something stupid that hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusts me with this. It's the only thing that I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with Notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Was it really because she thought that I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, then she would have been so much more fun. She would have had so much more fun. I need to do better for her. I say lines like twice sometimes. Oh wait, that's the end, bro. We have new music. Do we have new music? I don't think we have new music. Dang. Okay, let's check out the pictures. Oh, boys. Yes. I'm a freaking Yuri simp. Is there any more? No poem? We actually had no poems that time. Wow. That's it. Okay. I'm a Yuri simp, but Monika's also pretty cool. I don't know why I don't like Sayori or Natsuki that much. Well, I know, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they're all amazing. As I already said, like 16 times, they're all amazing. But these two are just the best. They're just the best out of them. Mail. I got more mail. Character discrepancy. Having run from 2019 again. Yeah. Why do I get mail? Why do we get these mail? Anyways, understanding part 2. Begin the side story. What do you think I'm gonna do? For the first time, Sayori is first to enter the clubroom. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at the desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy, but my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Oh, kid. Okay. Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. ... Minutes pass and nobody enters the clubroom. Not Yuri or Monika. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help with those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It's going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monika rounds the corner, approaching the clubroom. As she does so, Yuri? Ah! Yuri jumps at the sound of Monika's voice. She's sitting outside the clubroom, against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door in the clubroom is open. It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the clubroom through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With the club publicity stuff? Yes. Monika is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did not get along, after all? Monika looks into the clubroom herself and sees Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay. It's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monika is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic. She realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make some copies of this flyer, then we'll go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods, and the two set off. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monika finds it quite difficult to strike up a conversation. So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up and stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it? I'm sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on flyers. Sayori told me. Wait, did you two end up doing this? What did you Okay, I can't speak. Once again. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about what kind of reading you were into. But it's kind of stupid of me because I realized being intimidated by things just means that I'm not good at it. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have will have the same interests as me. But it's cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it. And I'm stupid for forcing her onto it. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. I feel so wrong to inconvenience you with it. Monica pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining this club, hopefully, anyway. And learning about the diverse needs of the interests of everyone will help me come up with activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people? Of course. I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach. Words are. Okay. Let's try that again. Signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I can't talk for hours about the things that I'm into. Fortunately, I can talk for hours about the things that I'm into, but unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So, I understand that about myself. I'm not just not good with people. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. I'm just not good at talking, I guess. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of, or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category. She what? Hold on, you're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just wanted to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't want to connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I push onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make new friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fist clenched. I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. You just said it to me. Just saying. Anyways. Yuri is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? It's not weird. It's not a weird need. That's the thing. I'm sorry. I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. That's probably not how you say that word. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can be resolved without them understanding each other's that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayori wants to be your friend. I promise that. It's okay to be different. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she just has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... It's so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So thank you. Anytime. Monica smiles at Yuri. Just for a moment, Yuri finds herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Aw, sweet. Why is my hand so cold? I don't know. Anyways. Yuri and Monica finished making the flyers. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the clubroom once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts toward the door, but then turns to face Monica. You're not just going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get you coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. Yeah! Tea! Tea is better. No one else can say otherwise. Tea is better. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although, I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess I have nothing to do with this. You know, you could mention it. Now that you mention it, I bet we could have permission to get stuff for tea in the club room. you can use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it'll be great. I can't read. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. The moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Oh, here we go. Yuri? Wait, hold on. I'm not done yet. Sayori shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look! Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. Dude, I think Sayori is just too sweet for her own good. Like, she's just too selfless, and that too selfless is a thing. It's a thing. It's very rare, but it's a thing, and it's what Sayori is, and that's bad. It just makes me feel bad. I don't know. I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fence against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri? Sayori's voice quivers in shock after receiving the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Sayori looks in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand, so if I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Just please tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought that if we did something together, you'd really like. I don't want your pity. ... Why did I do that? Yuri sinks to her knees and her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begins to... Okay, this is a dramatic moment. I need to read properly for once, please. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard to just articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here, before Monica sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. Oh, God, I'm sad. There's a certain part of me that has a very, very... I shouldn't make this about me. It's about Yuri, but there is a reason why I like these games that have so much mental health put into them. Like, Tell Me Why, Minute of Violence, Doki Doki Literature Club. It has so much mental health put into them, with so many people with mental issues, and just like, it's just a bunch of that stuff. I can also kind of like connect to a lot of these characters in a way, in like some kind of way. But this is also a very heartwarming scene. And I'm not just gonna try to put pity on myself, so I'm just gonna stop talking and just gonna continue playing the game. Oh, this is such a... God, frick. It's okay. Yuri whispers a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise, I understand that. God. This is making my heart tear. I swear. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings, and we'll talk about them together, okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, and then speaks while steadying her voice. I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. So it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Bro, you have a whole freaking, group of people that think Yuri, you are best Doki. Okay, let's just be honest here. But of course, she's in a game. She doesn't know that because she's a video game character, and yeah, she was coded and drawn, and that's just the sad reality. Anyways, it's my reality. It's her reality. It's my reality is that what? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyway, Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends through my interests, because my interests are the only things I know how to think about. It's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person, but how am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to expect that when I can't even behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with things that you need to. But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid that you would get frustrated with me, but I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have lots of patience. Yeah, I know, but my rational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah, irrational fears. Oh, this music is also amazing. There's gonna be some deep emotional thing, and I'm just gonna think that freaking by the end of this, I'm probably gonna think that all Dokis are good. Well, I already do think that, but you get what I'm trying to say, okay? Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person you are. I know you said that you have a hard time believing that, but I can't read. I know you said that you had a hard time believing that, but I promise it's true. ... You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about other people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different. and we have different interests. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise, that's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but I try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we can never discover new things if we don't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried and learned more about you. Plus, you're like a super duper smart. Okay. And I want to rub that off on me. I want that to rub off on me. Yuri fights back with a smile at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounds her I can't read. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms. Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted to have long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Dude. Yeah, no, her hair is very pretty. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening, rather than worrying so much about the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Oh, don't tell me that's the end. Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we continued reading. That's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on. Though. God, there's words that I don't even see. So we'll just see what happens. Oh, and it's not good to touch people without their consent first. You were okay with it though, Yuri. But yeah, no, that I mean, yeah, sure, it's fair, but you were okay with it, so it's all good. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was just kind of nice. I was just saying, I'm back. Monika's back. I haven't seen you like that at all recently. Sayori trots over to Monika, trots as usual. Ah, she whispers loudly. Can I hug you? Sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monika. Oh yeah, Yuri. It might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster. She figured that out already, Monika. Huh. Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monika perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as a literature club. About that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be considerate of me to not return the favor to you and learning about the things that you like. Yes! Do you like poetry? Don't tell me. Yuri smiles. That's the end. Yuri smiles. That's the end. Are you? Oh my. I already know that that's the best side story. I already know. It's gotta be. All these side stories are gonna make me emotional, aren't they? Oh, that's just rude. It's not rude. I mean, I kind of put it on myself. I kind of... Oh, I am... Oh, bro. Oh, I love this. Oh, this song. Okay, anyways. what was I gonna say? I mean, I put it on myself. I put playing emotional games on myself. My favorite games are emotional games. Like Red Dead Redemption 2, for example. Doki Doki Literature Club, for example. Just, they're emotional. They get me emotionally tense. In basically every way. They get me laughing, they get me sad, they get me crying, they can get me angry sometimes. I mean, DDLC hasn't done that, but my dang horse keeps running into trees. I swear to God, every time. Anyways. Oh, wow. Hey, Natsuki hasn't come in the side stories yet. Get that out of here. Oh, you were loved. Oh, I need these. Oh, I need these. Okay. No. I'm gonna end this before I start crying. What? Okay, I'm too emotional. I'm way too emotional. Okay, anyways. I will, if I don't get all the secrets, there's probably not secrets in side stories, but I'm gonna try to get all the secrets later on. Oh, crap me. That's a new saying. Anyways, subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed. See you in the next one.